Okay. Uh, what we got here is we're at Kettle Creek. Just on to show part of the entrance. 500 feet. 500 feet up. And I turn this down so I don't get strike for that or whatever. All right, now. Car. So, just kind of wanted to show the drive up here. It's on some sides, like this side down here, you can really see the elevation. Now, this is Kettle Creek Battleground from a revolutionary, the American Revolution. And we got, I'm gonna turn it sideways. This is an overview of the battle. It's got a little map on it. It says, following the decision by British Crown to end the revolution in America by recruiting support from the southern back country, Loyalist Colonel John Boyd was successfully moving his force of 700, I've heard over 800, but whatever, from Carolinas through Georgia until he reached Kettle Creek area on his route to Augusta. Here, Patriot militias were organized. Colonel Andrew Pickens from South Carolina and Colonel John Dooley and Lieutenant Colonel Elijah Clark of Wilkes County, which is Georgia. Pickens commanded the center and probably advanced along north. Hopefully I'm not blocking this thing. Advanced, let me see, where was I? Pickens commanded the center and probably advanced along the north-south trail and led by the Hammett home site and then onto Kettle Creek to connect with what is now called New Salem Church Road. Yeah, that's just down the road. As they moved southward, Dooley commanded Patriots on the right and Clark led the Patriots on the left. According to Pickens' account of the battle, my advance fired on them, which gave the alarm. Some of this writing is just kind of strange, the way that, I don't know. Maybe they're taking it straight from the 1800s account. I don't know. Loyalist Colonel John Boyd was mortally wounded. Well, that would be the British commander early in the fighting, and his loss contributed to the breakdown of order amongst his men. Even though Loyalists, when they say Loyalists, it's the British, had more men in the battle, they were divided on the field, and the smaller Patriot force was able to win the day. Clark's 40 Patriot militia men on the left crossed Kettle Creek and engaged the Loyalists. With continuing disorganization, some 270 Loyalists made their escape via what is now New Salem Church Road. Of the original 700 Loyalists, others met various fates. According to Dooley's account, the battle ended after at least 3 hours of constant fighting. All right. Now, when I was at the Georgia Guidestones, I mean, this is all learning for me, but you know, it seemed to catch all my breathing and everything, so I'm trying not to. Kind of been congested here for a while, but anyhow, we got it's a grave site up here in the top. I had already set that up because I'm gonna set it up and look over it here in a few minutes while I'm reading, because they say that this is supposed to have some paranormal stuff going on up here too. You know, I mean, I'm only gonna be here for a few minutes, so I really doubt, but you know, you never know. And they might, you know, there's you know, spirits are around, so they might want to be noticed, because they're getting close to the anniversary. This is a marker. It the Patriots whose names appear on this marker are those who have been proved to have participated in the Battle of Kettle Creek on February 14th, 1779. Many brave men fought on this hallowed ground. Some were wounded, others died here, but never had the occasion to make an official record of their service. Research and proof of record of service, that's just the way they write this, have been found in Revolutionary War pension statements, military service records, land grant records, and National Archives, Washington, D.C. I'm going to try to get a decent picture on this in case, you know, somebody wants to, it seems like a dark place there or something. I mean, it's not, that is weird, because it's not, there's a small dark place, but not like that. Wow. Okay. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know what the heck that is. You got that. You can pause it, read it. And you got that. Alright. Then these are the gravestones for the Patriots. And I can go through, let's mention them real quick here. Captain James Cartledge, John Shank, John Lindsay. Then you got Louis Fleitzer, John Johnson, Archibald Simpson. I'm going to walk around because I'm not going to disrespect anything out here. William Hurd. I'm going to have to get over there to read that one. John McCurdy, Reuben Nail, James Veazey, Travis McClendon, Jacob McClendon. Get over here and get these other ones. Okay, let's see. John Wright and Richard Petit. And I think, yeah, I got them. All right. I'm going to show a little bit over here on this hill. It's really nice out. I mean, the weather down here in Georgia is like 70, and this is heck, I don't know, Super Bowl was yesterday, so what is it, February 3rd, 4th, I think. Yeah, I should know. Anyhow, Kettle Creek running through down there. They've fixed this up a lot too. They've done a great job up here, and I'm sure the spirits up here and everything, they appreciated it. Maybe that's why it's so peaceful, but I'm sure, well, on that day. Sounded like it was pretty rough. This battle of the American Revolution, which the British were severely defeated, checked their invasion of Georgia. Erected by the United States government upon request of the Kettle Creek chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution, 1930. It's been here a while. On this hill, the 14th day of February 1779, the Battle of Kettle Creek was fought. The victorious American forces were commanded by Colonel Andrew Pickens, Colonel Elijah Clark, Colonel John Dooley. It's a nice monument for 1930, way out here. All right. And let's read this real quick. All right, the battle of Kettle Creek, fought here on February 14th, 1779, was one of the most important battles of the Revolutionary War in Georgia. Also the South. I've got some notes on it. They really this mound right here really was a stopping point of their southern push. And then they were kind of going backwards from that point forward, and from that point forward. And so this is a very important site out here, and a lot of people don't know about it, even people in Georgia. And but anyhow, let me continue reading. At that time, the state was almost completely under British control. Colonel Boyd, with his 600 British sympathizers, loyalists, Tories, crossed the Savannah River into present-day Elbert County en route to the British Army, then in Augusta. Patriots Colonel Andrew Pickens, with 200 South Carolina militia, and Colonel John Dooley and Lieutenant Colonel Elijah Clark with 140 Georgia militia, Georgia Patriots, marched to overtake the Loyalists. On the morning of the 14th, Boyd and his men were camped here at a bend in the then flooded Kettle Creek. Their horses were grazing, sentries were posted, and most of the men were slaughtering cattle or searching for food. The Patriots attempted to attack the Loyalist camp by surprise, but failed, and a desperate battle raged on both sides of the creek for 3 hours before the Loyalists finally broke and fled and freaking ran like a bunch of sissies. Oh well. At the end of what we're going through now, they're going to do the same thing. All right, Pickens and Dooley lost 7 men killed and 14 or 15 wounded. Pickens later wrote that Kettle Creek, Pickens later wrote that Kettle Creek was the severest check and chastisement the Tories ever received in South Carolina and Georgia. The Brits, they kicked their ass over here. Alright, so I'm just going to put this up here and overlook this area while I just go over a couple other things. This kind of half-ass works. Alright. Just in case any spirits out here want to show themselves. I mean, that's kind of weird over there. I don't know, but I'm ex-military. I'm a patriot right with you, and we're fighting the truth war right now, and that's what I'm doing up here, to tell y'all a story. So, feel free, if y'all see the camera there, if y'all want to do anything to show yourself, to show these people, just feel free. Okay, we covered a lot of this, but I got some notes. This is the Southern Theater, of course, and I, I read a lot about that. I don't understand. I don't really see how it was. Georgia was under total British control. I think they were just coming south, but I just read it off there what they had. But more concisely, I think I was reading that this was the southern move that they were making, and I guess the army was in Augusta, so they got down there, and they called it the Southern Theater, which ran from 1775 to 1779. Records are hard when you're going way on back like that, but they were definitely stopped here, and then they started. They were pushed back to South Carolina, and then I think they were eventually all killed. So it drove the Brits out of Georgia and had them on the run. The war is said to officially end in 1783 in the Northern Theater, but I mean it was signed. The truce was signed in 1783, but it was over before that, pretty much. All right, now where we're at now, which we're not far from February 14th, and so that will be an anniversary for these brave heroes out here. But also, with all my research I've been doing for like 12 years and all different kinds of things, and a lot of us that look into things, we know that the war was won on the ground with a big help from people, warriors, patriots like these right here. Also, they continue to do infiltration. The financial system was a way that they've controlled us off and on. Government corruption, infiltration. President Andrew Jackson appears to have been the only one to kick out the central bank system. The Federal Reserve System is all the same. It's basically we call now the deep state, which is all, it had worked its way into so many areas of our government, the world, and you can slowly see the world changing. Leaders are because the Patriots, you can call them worldwide, whatever, they've been taking out, the negative and putting in positive people, and it is, spiritual also. So what many believe, and I do too, that we're on the verge of driving out the Fed and now the worldwide central bank system. You can look at a list of all the countries that had central banks, which they still do, but it's going to have to be, at least the control will be taken out. I think they're going to keep a lot of structure, but it will go to a debt-free system. And I think all these, with Trump going around signing all these deals with all these leaders, and that's what it is, and it's going to be good for the whole world. Now you got the controllers that have been controlling for hundreds of years. Well, we can go back all the way to where Jesus kicked over the money changer tables. It's basically the same bloodline. So, and I mean, I don't have time to go all the way into that, but you can go Egypt, and you can go even further back than them. This has been a struggle on our planet for a long time. Now, when I grew up playing sports, and I ran body shops, and I had my own businesses and things. And you get so busy. I mean, you never, it's not like it's been a terrible world or anything, but we didn't understand what was going on behind the scenes, and it was slowly moving to, like, you know, um, an Orwellian type, you know, system. It was going to get bad, and it's only because there's a very small percentage of people in these bloodlines that have no respect for the rest of the world, and they live off the suffering of other people, and that's not the way it needs to be. So, not to go too far off track, but it's all really, you know, it's actually a spiritual battle, and I feel like, and many people feel like it's that the light is winning. The light, and you want to say light and dark, whatever. The light is winning. You can see it around the world. Um, the media is definitely part of the deep state, the dark side, and they're really the only thing in the way right now. And it would sure be nice to have them either see the light or step aside and just free the world. So the the system that they weren't going to go head to head with us because we've always had the Second Amendment just for this reason. These are militias, and that's none of these countries want to invade us head to head like that because this type of situation here, there was less men and they still kicked their ass. So chances are it'd be a lot the same. I mean, because we have Second Amendment. So what they done is they infiltrated through the financial system and then corrupted a lot of officials locally or throughout our government, and then they're it's kind of like taking over from the inside. So all these things that these guys fought for, they're trying to destroy, and that's where we're at. And we as patriots these days, and a lot of us have to do it online because we don't need to be physical because no forces are coming over here, and so we have to just try to get everybody researched, get everybody to get off the TV, get away from that media stuff. It's a Mockingbird, Project Mockingbird, and it's all brainwash. We've all been brainwashed. I was brainwashed, and I continue to check points all the time. Even in the stuff I research, I try to cross-reference some things. So, anyhow, I'm gonna cut it right about there, and these guys, I'm gonna I honor these warriors up here. I'm done here. Out.